I just remembered a dub as I was sitting there dancing to the thing. I was like, oh, you know what? I got something. I got another dub I'm gonna add. Anyway, we live. Everything's going. Everything's moving. Let me go into the comments. All right, we're waiting for people. So while we wait, want to enjoy some new Tyler the Creator? That's probably not going to get copywritten, considering it's a freestyle over some new shit
that's out like today.
No, Christmas, I think.
Oh yeah, over the what's it called beat? What, the Hey Now beat?
Yes, sir.
Over what?
I said yes, sir.
Oh, just play it.
The nigga used to press me on the Carrot Color bus. El Segundo Imperial. That's why I'm paranoid now, because niggas weird and really dumb. Okay. Hey now, say now, I'm all about them bands. Shit I'm on, but you wouldn't understand. Hey now, say now, I'm all about my guap. AP Richie, not on my watch. Cause Brody said, don't even press the issue. Yellow boogers in my earlobe, I need a tissue. Oh my God, I'm really that guy. Yeah, bitch, I'm outside. Got Ferrari popping on a 40 with the 5. 1 ticket, 2 ticket, 3 ticket, 4 million. Put that little Maybach truck in the garage. Little bunny hop out, you see me at the pop.
You're on mute. You're literally on mute.
Like they brought Pac out. Stop it with the chit chat. We airing out the kickback. Bitch, still energy the way I get my lick back. Hey now, say now, I'm all about them bands. Shit I'm on, but you wouldn't understand. Yeah, I'm the suspect, baby. I don't play victim. I bought a nigga building just to eat victim. What that Coachella paid like it was 8 figures. Why I don't fuck with them guys? Cause I hate niggas. Oh my God, I'm really that guy. I got my Chuck Taylors on, but they look like loafers. I ain't sitting with you niggas. Fuck, I look like Oprah. Put them in
these outfits are crazy.
Like
they're so
tired.
What the fuck is this nigga got on?
With the ruler, keep it sewer. Stack the Gouda, mind your business, eat the cooter. Oh my God, I'm really that.
Man, turn this shit the fuck up. I was up at Westchester dodging all the high beams. Gardena swap me, shopping bogus ice cream. I'm a hot dorm, baby. Shit is not warm, baby. 4 or 5 main bitches, I am not yours, baby. All these women is a habit. Boyfriend's mad because they thought I was a hey now, say now, get sticky like a hun bun. You will never be the main guy, you're a +1. 5 days from a copia, 12 days. Guy, you're a +1. Freaky like a hun bun. You will never be the main guy. You're a +1. I'm a hot dorm, baby. Shit is not warm, baby. 4 or 5 main bitches. I am not yours, baby. All these women is a habit. Boyfriend's mad because they thought I was a hey now, say now, get sticky like a hun bun. You will never be the main guy. You're a +1. 300K in 4 days from a copia, 12 days gold.
Gerard Carmichael bar. Tell me that wasn't a bar to Jamar Carmichael.
That was definitely a Gerard Carmichael bar. Yikes.
Big that is hilarious. Boyfriend's mad because they thought I was a
yikes.
Well, in their defense, you play around a lot.
A lot. To the point that nobody knows when you're being for real.
Yeah, that man Gerard Carmichael crying on his own special. I think it was real tears. I don't even think that was like for show tears. I think you really broke that man's heart.
Facts.
Shame on you. I think Tyler's slowly been trying to tell us for like the last 3 albums he's a bad person. I don't think y'all been listening.
At least with Call Me If You Get Lost.
In this one, you're talking about knocking the girl up. Not being ready to be a fight. It was like, hey, yo, my nigga, you gonna talk about nothing. Never mind. Go listen to the album again.
What up, Felix? What up, Breck?
What up?
Even dropped the Lux one, sold 1 million tickets first day for that new stage. Bang, 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 bang. One smoke, we can puff one. 1 whip, 2 whips, black bitch, blue strips, green face grits. Tyler on his Dr. Seuss shit, true shit. I can put a number where your roof is. Paranoid cause niggas beef curtains, they got loose lips. Oh my God, I'm really that guy. Hand claps, congrats, never said to me. Put him on a pro club, that nigga dead to me. Stop with that fake shit, stop with that fake shit, stop with that fake shit, just stop with that fake shit. The floor got me fitted in my best. If you got a problem with me, nigga, get it off your chest, nigga. What? Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. I am not a tough guy, nigga. Get it off your chest. I'm the type to bust on her and just lick it off her breast, nigga. I'm a freak. I don't beef.
That's a wild line. I don't know if you heard that.
Cut niggas off. Want the rope? I come get it. You don't look. It's a bird. It's a plain bitch's teeth. Cut niggas off. Want the rope? I am not a tough guy, nigga.
Get it off your chest. I'm the type to bust on her and just lick it off her breast, nigga. I'm a freak.
Did you hear it now?
It's a
What the fuck
bird,
is
it's a
on?
plane,
What
bitches
is this
teeth.
nigga on?
Cut niggas off with the rope. I come get it. You don't love me. You love the optics that come with it.
That's insane.
Bitch.
I'm just saying.
Pharmacopoeia, nah.
All right, I think that's a good leeway to a story that I read about
Holy moly.
one of them fighting Jamie Foxx, or one of them like throwing something at Jamie Foxx.
Who is them?
One of the Loader Squad guys.
One of the who now?
One of the Loader Squad guys, I guess, threw something at Jamie Foxx, threw like a glass or something at him. Yeah,
Why
Jasper
these got beef with Jamie Foxx.
This one right here, the one in the green.
Hey,
I guess they were trying to do they were trying to do a Jackass prank, I guess, because he's with Jackass now.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I guess Jamie Foxx.
Oh, a black jackasser. Okay, so no type of time he's on.
Well, Loader Squad was with the guys who made Jackass, so now I guess they're merging it or some shit.
Cool.
So they tried to prank Jamie Foxx, and he wasn't fucking with it, and things escalated. Just throwing that out there. Anyway,
Happy cake day, Tony Robinson.
Happy birthday, big dog.
Everybody wish Tony Robinson in the chat a happy birthday. Long time
Marcus
viewer.
Vaughn, what up?
A real one.
Facts. All right, that was the video. Behind the cape.
Sure, let's start there.
Because you don't got your dubs and L's ready.
My dubs and L's are done, sir.
Oh, okay. Just making
Are
sure.
you ready to go first?
No, you're going first.
How that work?
You got me sick.
It's not a thing, and I don't even think that's true.
You got me sick, bro. 2025, we got to see. I answered that. He asked a question on one of the videos last week about Oscar the Grouch or the Grinch. Who's the biggest hater? It's got to be the Grinch.
Well, I'm about to say Oscar got a lot more friends. Like we be looking at it from the outside in, saying he a grouch, but he got a lot of friends. People come visit him every day. That Grinch sat up there on that mountain for years. No one ever talked to him. But then he had the greatest comeback ever.
I mean, the Grinch tried to steal Christmas.
And then he brought it all back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess. But to even hatch that idea, you got to be a monumental hater.
This is an insane conversation, by the way. I want everyone involved currently in this conversation is out of their mind. Yikes. But, to continue it, I'm gonna go with the Grinch.
Good answer. Oh snap, Josh, you sick? Yeah, Marcus got me sick. Perk minded. What up? Yeah. I feel like he had a stream yesterday that I wanted to join, but I got sick. So yeah.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
Thanks, Marcus. I want to know how y'all feel about the Lakers trade. The Lakers did a trade.
This is how I feel about it. They traded D'Angelo 4 second-round picks and another player who I don't even know for Dorian Finney-Smith.
All for just Dorian Finney-Smith.
There was another player involved there, but again, the two offset players are not. First of all, I haven't been watching NBA basketball this season enough to know what the current rosters are looking like outside of the Lakers. Secondly, did we just give up 4 second-round picks to get off of D'Angelo Russell? Is Jared Vanderbilt never going to play basketball again? Why the hell do we need Dorian Finney? First of all, I'm fucking up. I'm saying we. I'm a Cavs fan.
No, you're not. You're a
why
Lakers
the hell
fan.
do they need? Why do they need Dorian Finney-Smith? I'm so confused by the move. It feels like we gave up assets to get rid of somebody. Like that's the type of shit. I'm sick of the rework the roster in the offseason just to rework it again months into the season just to make, scrambling, trying to make moves by the trade deadline. This is a every season occurrence. We've been through, I don't know how many roster iterations. I would love to see the amount of combinations we've had since 2020 on this team, because it's just ridiculous, man. It's always a personnel driven problem, or it's a damn, it's a coaching problem. It's just never, that buck never stops with the person who's making the decisions, it seems.
Yep. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's been delayed to 2027.
What are we talking about?
Batman Part 2.
Yeah, you jumping ahead, bro.
No, I'm sorry. I gotta change the banner real quick. Anyway, I don't sound like Jay Prince. I don't sound like old finger gun.
Sound like rap a lot.
Josh, you gotta get that cough syrup in a white cup. I got cough syrup. A white cup, that's a little nuts. Trying to get me addicted like Tariq. Let's see here. Let me change this to 2027. It would be all right. All right, behind the gate. First thing I think we obviously have to discuss, now that I've mentioned it twice now, Batman Part 2 has been delayed to October 2027 to prioritize the release of James Gunn's Brave and the Bold. Why?
Listen.
Why are you moving a thing that works?
Hey, listen. We're going to start this now. You know how we be having that, we have those things that we say we're going to do, and then we never really get to them. And then, years passes by, and it's just one of those things that we always said that we were going to do. We are going to start the... the Marcus was right list. Okay, we're going to put it down. We're going to start taking account of these things. Just because, again, my it just be going by the wayside. I be like, hey, y'all, such and such is going to happen more than likely. And then it happens. And it's like, ooh, the thought of that person who said that just floated out of my mind. I don't know who to give credit to. So we're going to go ahead and start it right now. We're just going to start checking things off. And the first one today is going to be that there's no fucking way that James Gunn was going to allow Matt Reeves and Batman and Robert Pattinson's Batman to overshadow his project. It was either A, going to become the new Batman project of the DCU, so that he can have his fingers in it, and he can, take some of the, ooh, hey, look what we did, right? Or that shit was going to get pushed to the back. She was going to get pushed to the back.
But why?
Like, this is the most obvious move. Fam, okay. Has this man shown you in the early stages of him running all the way through now, or the early stages of him running DC through now, has he shown you that he plays in the sandbox well?
No.
That he shares very well, that the creative vision is going to be collaborative and not just driven by what he thinks it should be? Has he shown that to you?
Nope.
So with what we've experienced with all of the legacy DC stuff that either carried over or didn't, with what we experienced with the Rock and Black Adam saga during the transition, what made y'all think he was gonna let Reeves and Pattinson play over there in that universe? I can almost guarantee you how this went. He had a conversation with Reeves and said, look, I'm doing Superman. It'd be nice if we can get your Batman movie out right on the back end of it, right? There's a lot of anticipation. Obviously, it's popular, but I got a problem. I already told people we were going to do Brave and Bold. Now, if I have to scrap Brave and Bold, that's fine, but I like your Batman now to be the official Batman of the DC universe, right? And if Reeves was as hard set about his things being Elseworld and him not changing the tone of his projects the way that I believe he would be because of the way that those things have come out, then this is where we end up. There was never going to be a scenario where Matt Reeves' Batman was going to take precedence over Brave and the Bold once James Gunn got control of DC. It's never going to be a thing.
WB would be like, hold on, this is working. Chill out. Let this work. At any point, or them just like being like, okay, you can have Superman and all that other shit, but like when it comes to Batman, he's got this.
Do you remember why I said that this was going to happen? Why it has to be like that? Why it has to be an either or type of thing? It's because he cannot allow for the most impressive, the most fan favorite, the most critical acclaim, the most profitable things that are coming out of that studio to be Matt Reeves creations. Cannot allow it. If you're not going to get with the team and start running your stuff through me, then, it is what it is, player. Go the way of the Buffalo.
Fair enough.
Go the way of the Buffalo. Hold on. Perp had one. He said he doesn't think the DCU Batman is coming until 2029. Okay. And if that's the case, then expect Batman 2 to be coming out in 2030 or 2031.
That's crazy.
If he's going to push out Brave and the Bold that far, you better believe that the Batman is going to take a nice long break as well.
Can't have that happening.
Man.
Shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn. What if Raising Kanan aired first before OG Power? Would Power be as popular as it is now?
That's a good question. If you gave me the original team of writers that was doing the early seasons of Power, like first 3 seasons of Power, doing Raising Kanan with those characters, I think it would be at least as popular. It could be just as popular. Now, if you telling me the current writers in Power are going to be doing Raising Kanan,
first of all, yeah, that would
shit wouldn't have lasted more than a season. Shit wouldn't have lasted more than a season.
50 Cent in the original show, right? That's what brought people there.
50 Cent wouldn't have been able to save this shit if the people who are writing for Power now
but no,
would have been writing back then.
But if if it was 50 Cent somehow in the cast and the original writers, then I would say, yeah, it could be as popular.
I mean, 50 Cent was in the original cast. He showed up in like episode 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was the original draw to Power.
No. You're not getting me. I know that they can coexist. We understand they can coexist. I understand the concept of Elseworld. I'm telling you the reason why we're here, the reason why we're prioritizing Brave and the Bold over the Batman, even though the Batman is an established product. We're going into a sequel with the Batman. Oh, not to mention the most popular title out of this entire studio right now, current date, without any other thing releasing, is the Batman. So common sense tells me that if we're talking priorities, the established property is the one that should be getting the bump up, and Brave and Bold should be taking a backseat, taking a water break. And yet we have. I think he even tries to massage the amount of time that's going to happen in between the sequels, or in between the first movie and the sequel. Like, I think fucking Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 were far apart. I'm like, fam, did you just use a 1980s film franchise to justify delaying this man's film?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just brazen, absolutely brazen.
The Penguin was amazing without even mentioning Batman. Let Reeves cook. I'm just saying, man. Just let him cook.
Hey, look, y'all acting like I made the decision. I didn't say I wanted to do the Batman. I know what's up.
All right, on to the next topic. So it looks like the Independent has ranked the 60 best actors of 21st century cinema. All right, let's pull this up real quick.
It was some hot takes in here for sure. Definitely.
This is the top 10. I'm not surprised that they would have Philip Seymour Hoffman at the top.
At 1, though? At 1?
Do I agree with it? No, but am I surprised that they would have that?
Okay, so top 10 easily. Top 5 probably. 1 feels strong for Philip Seymour Hoffman over Daniel Day-Lewis, over Denzel, over I don't know. All right, and then who in the hell loves Emma Stone this much? Emma Stone is the number
Emma Stone being 2 is crazy.
Number 2 actor of the last century.
Crazy.
In the entire 21st. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all don't believe that. Y'all don't believe that. I don't believe that you believe that.
I think with Philip Seymour Hoffman, you can give him the argument of range, even though I still see some other actors in here that have similar range. Emma Stone what
over
range?
Daniel Day-Lewis is terrible. Over Denzel is just racism. I don't even know what else to call that. Daniel Kaluuya at 6 is surprising. when I try to think of like the younger generations of actors, who's the best pure actor,
He's done
the
a
best
lot.
pure black. He has done a lot. I think that spot probably would have been Chadwick's, but even still,
I would agree with that.
Okay.
And I was going to say, why even still, like he should still belong here.
I mean, it would be him or Michael B. You would want to give a nod to guys like Aldis, or but just doesn't have the leading roles that Daniel Kaluuya has had.
You know what? Outside of
Same
Get
thing
Out,
with Yahya. Like I think Yahya
Juice,
was
Black
starting to get
Messiah.
there, but he's had some really odd choices, some really odd castings. These last couple of years, kind of taking the steam off of him.
Colin Farrell is number 9.
Yeah, see that's why I'm real torn up, because like Kaluuya over Colin Farrell, Emma Stone over Colin Farrell. Florence Pugh. Florence Pugh is a top 10 actor in the 21st century. I can name you like 5 Florence Pugh movies, like 5 that are watchable.
Black Widow is watchable.
No, it's not.
Oppenheimer.
I'm trying to get here's the full list. I thought they would just
Dune
put it
Part 2
in the thread. Why would we? Midsummer.
I feel like a lot of people like. I was gonna say. I feel like a lot of people like that one.
Let's get the whole.
Mofly likes Florence.
No, she's dope. Is she a top 10 actor? Like I feel like we're really Michael Keaton. How is Michael Keaton not in this list in the top 10? Florence Pugh and Emma Stone are better actors than Michael Keaton
in the 21st century.
Hell, Michael Douglas is still alive.
But we're only counting their 21st century body of work, right?
I'm assuming that. Okay, so then nothing prior to the 21st century counts. That's a bit of an adjustment. That makes it make a little bit more sense, I guess. If you're just discounting everything that happened prior to 2000, the year 2000, but then no, because you still have Training Day, you still have. No. Most of Denzel's work, his real, you'd have John Q, you'd have Training Day, but then Glory, Malcolm X, all of that shit came out in the 90s.
You ready to go? Continue going down the list.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff. Yeah, hold on. Why the whole article? Can you just give me the list?
Well, I'm scrolling through it.
No, not you. Oh, you got it on the screen. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 11 was Natalie Portman. 12, Willem Dafoe. We got Christian Bale, Jennifer Lawrence, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, see,
Leonardo DiCaprio being 17 is crazy.
In the Leo too. But let's just look at Christian Bale. So you're talking about since the year 2000, you got American Psycho, 3 Batmans. You got The Fighter, where he got down to 160 pounds after being at 225 playing Batman.
Thor Love and Thunder.
No, not Thor Love and Thunder. Like Christian Bale at 14. Okay. Michelle. Is that Michelle Williams?
Michelle Williams, yeah.
Michelle as in Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams?
No, we've had this conversation before. I feel like she was a part of something else and you thought it was her.
Kirsten Dunst has done a lot of work, actually. She's underrated. Leo at 17. Oh my God. Tilda Swinton, Penelope Cruz, Carey Mulligan.
There's your boy Paul Giamatti.
Where's Paul?
27.
I will smack fire out of all of them. Out of everybody.
Under Adam Driver, Penelope Cruz
gets Paul Giamatti in the top 15. If we only talking about Billions, it gets him in the top 15. There's also a disgraced actor that should be somewhere in the top 20, whose name is totally missing. But I understand why.
Well, we're in the top 30 now.
It's Kevin Spacey.
Mahershala Ali, Rachel McAdams.
Are you still scrolling?
I am now. 31 through 40, Ryan Gosling, Mark Ruffalo.
Fam, it's still
Robert
showing.
Pattinson.
Unless I'm behind, it's still showing 5 through 25 on the screen.
Oh, that's weird. Why did it stop?
There
Oh,
you go.
dumbass. Let me close this one. All right. Anyway.
Damn, Joaquin Phoenix. Jesus.
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix is right above Paul Giamatti, Mahershala Ali, Rachel McAdams, Jesse Plemons.
I guess all of this is subjective, but some of this
Ryan
stuff
Gosling, 31.
Viola Davis and Viggo Mortensen outside of the top 30. Yeah, all right, okay.
I don't think I've seen
Tom fucking Hanks.
Murphy.
Are you guys out of your mind? Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. owns the 2000s. From 2008 through 2019, Robert Downey Jr. owns this century.
So no
Matthew
Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is not in the top 60. Which, I mean, the 2000s were Will Smith. Hancock, Hitch, help me out. Men in Black.
The Williams sisters movie.
Richard, but even that was more recent.
King Richard.
Bad Boys.
Oh, we're just talking about the 2000s.
Yeah, I'm talking about like from 2000 until current. Right? That's what we're talking about, 21st century, right? So we're talking about Pursuit of Happiness. We're talking what's the one where he was giving up all his organs to people? He was donating his organs to people.
7 pounds.
7 pounds.
Ali.
Not in the top 60. You know who else owns the 2000s because he hasn't stopped working since he started acting and isn't on this list at all? Is Samuel L. Jackson.
Facts. Samuel Jackson. No Chadwick Boseman.
I know everybody can't make the list. I get it. You know, a lot of and to be honest with you, in terms of racial makeup, it's pretty balanced. That's not my problem. My problem is the order and the names that are missing.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield on this list is a disaster. How dare y'all? How dare you?
Michael B. Jordan's not on the list. Let's see. Sterling K. Brown.
That was one I would expect to see. Forrest Whitaker. Angela Bassett.
Yep.
Like these are not actors that stopped working in the year 2000 and it actually increased their careers. It's very odd.
I feel like Sebastian Stan could have been in it.
Prior to 2000 and like 2010, where was Sebastian Stan? Where were you looking at him?
That's fair.
Like prior to Winter Soldier, what were we really paying attention to Sebastian Stan for?
He was in Gossip Girl.
Like I said, prior to 2010, what were we looking at Sebastian Stan for?
I don't know. That list sucks, but to be expected from The Independent. Yes, The Independent.
That was the first time I've ever heard of them. So, Vin Diesel is another name that they could have named too for this last century. Absolutely.
For being one guy.
Anticipation.
For being Dom. Oh no, he was in Triple X, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all I can give him is Triple X. And oh no, he was Groot.
He was Groot. He was in Fast and Furious. He was in Triple X. So in terms of profitable franchises, he's 3 for 3. And he did some other small time stuff that would.
Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan.
He was.
Why don't I remember that?
Nope, he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was also in what's that movie about the stock market? Boiler Room. I think he had hair in that movie.
Yes. Vin Diesel, Boiler Room.
I want to say he had hair. That's crazy.
Disgusting. It wasn't a lot of hair, mind you.
There he is.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Yeah, it was enough to confuse me for a minute. I was like, is that Vin Diesel?
That's like Vince Carter with hair. Yeah, it don't seem right.
Hell no. Oh, I'm saying that's not the same at all. First of all, he looks like me.
But I know him as bald. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. Anyway, we gotta move on. Okay. So fresh off of her controversy with Remy Ma and Papoose, it looks like Clarissa Shields, her movie The Fire Inside, is doing pretty well as far as reviews go.
Tearing it up, doing pretty well.
90% audience, 94% tomato meter.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't usually shout out Rotten Tomatoes in their opinions, but with the audience score kind of matching their output right now, it seems like it's a well-received movie. So suggest you all to go check it out.
Facts. DeMarcus Vaughn, I was actually going to go ahead. I was going to say I was going to actually clip this and make this a video for Saturday, but then I got sick. So
was that about the 6888 movie?
The Tyler Perry thing.
I was literally, when I was going through the takes, I was getting ready to ask you about that. But
yeah, no, we can make that into his own clip because it was good stuff.
Yeah, no, wasn't really pleased, but
well then never mind.
Surprise. No. What you talking about? No.
Oh, you're talking about the take. You're talking about the take.
Yeah. He was asking me what I thought about the movie. Tyler Perry's not my cup of tea.
Same.
And I don't think he's a creator that history's safe in his hands necessarily. I think he should probably stick to the other Triple Crown fan fiction that he writes.
Oh wow, Jimmy Carter passed.
That was a couple days ago, right?
Was it?
I thought. Or did he die today?
It looks like today. 100 years old.
I feel like I heard that already, though.
These tweets seem like 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 10 minutes.
I swear to God, I was just talking to somebody about Jimmy Carter passing. Maybe I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it just happened.
Got a case of deja vu around one of the last living or oldest living president.
That's crazy. Okay. What if? Right. Let's talk about what if. If I can bring this up.
Bunch of weird shit going on in What If.
What if director Brian Andrews says he didn't know Disney had the rights to Hugh Jackman's Wolverine? Who knew?
Why is this production so bad and so embarrassing in so many ways? It's just so bad. They being Disney, the Walt Disney Company, purchased Fox for $70 billion. $70 billion. There should have been any number of flyers, emails, communications about the acquisition. They probably had to have all hands meetings. They probably had to have trainings for new hires that were coming over from Fox. Are you still how can you be in a position at one of the largest media companies in the world, this media company in particular, in this department, working for Marvel? Okay, this is the guy who's in control of X-Men as of right now, right? This is the guy going forward that's going to be in control of X-Men. And he doesn't even know the company owns Wolverine. Y'all, I don't even know what to say to that.
I mean, he clearly would have put him in the movies if he'd have known.
What an idiot. What a goddamn moron. Why would you say something like this out loud to other people for it to be printed? How are you not?
For real? We had him this whole time?
You Wolverine? The blue and green, the blue and yellow? Hugh Jackman?
For real? You lying.
Nigga, you didn't think that? Oh, no, my God. Didn't even think to ask. Anywho, that's not the only embarrassing thing that's coming out of What If right now. Apparently, because I haven't watched it, don't plan on watching it, but apparently that whole, that pesky issue of what they're going to do with that Coliseum full of Kang variants. Oh, no worries. We'll just kill them off screen with Peggy Carter and her merry band of exiles.
Makes sense.
No, it doesn't fucking make sense. You built
I like
up
it. I
them
love
damn
it.
variants for an entire phase, pretty much, and then killed them off screen with Peggy Carter.
Seems legit.
I hate everyone involved in this. I hate everyone. Hate them all. Every last bit of them.
I gave What If season 3 another chance, and it's been a 2-pack of ass.
Oh my
That's
God.
all I've been hearing is people just saying it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say about What If. Again, it is a wholly embarrassing project. I really don't know what else to say about it. What if it rained money outside? What if I farted rainbows?
That's an insane scenario.
Yeah, pretty bad. There was one other thing coming out of What If. It was the
Howard the Duck.
Oh yeah, now we're doing bestiality. Yeah, so hey, what's up? So we got the leader of the production not knowing what characters they own at the company. We've got the nifty little way of tying off the open Kang plot threads that was so creative and just well flowing within the Marvel narrative. And now we are doing bestiality with Howard the Duck because Darcy from WandaVision and Howard the Duck had a damn baby. And so now it's okay to fuck ducks.
Love is love, bro.
Yeah. What are we even doing, bro? What are we doing? We can't get the characters we want. When we get the characters we want, they don't look the way we want them to look. They don't have the same backgrounds. They're doing something stupid or trying to be humorous. These motherfuckers are worried about having Howard the Duck have a child with animation Darcy, with the animation one half of Two Broke Girls. I what goes on in these meetings? What do y'all talk about? Like, no one speaks to each other. Y'all don't say nothing about this to each other amongst yourselves.
Created a whole new original MCU character.
I'm
Yikes.
Don't plan on it, Mufly. I do not plan on it. Yeah, these freaky ass niggas. This is crazy. This is insane. A duck? A duck?
We got a new character out of it, bro. Be happy.
Unlike Star-Lord's T'Challa episode, but it appears him and Cap Carter were the two things people liked from the season. I definitely can't keep one of these characters around. Fam, I am tired of Peggy Carter. Like we've seen Peggy Carter probably is the most, other than Bucky, she's probably the most highlighted Captain America auxiliary character. And honestly, since she's been over multiple media forms, I'd say she's probably bigger than Bucky. Bucky's only ever been seen on the big screen, right? Or he had the TV show. He had the TV show too. So it's probably about even. But it's way too much Peggy Carter. Way too much Peggy Carter. I mean, god damn. How much Agent Carter can we take?
Yeah, Chillmonger, it says right here, the child is Birdie, an original MCU character who will be voiced by Natasha Lyonne.
Who wanted that?
Original MCU character.
Who the
Birdie
wanted that? Who asked for it? Who said it would be a good idea? Who's at the wheel? Who's driving this? Kevin, they brought this across your table and you checked off on it? Okay, you either sleep at the wheel or you have completely lost the plot. Completely lost the plot. Let's not forget who's driving this bus and letting the children run amok. They smearing their feces all over the windows at this point, and Kevin's just driving off a cliff. It's terrible.
Yikes. Tony Robbins, you gotta chill. Anyway, all right. So I think we've already said RIP to Jimmy Carter, obviously. RIP to Greg Gumbel as well.
Is What If not part of? Oh yeah, RIP Greg Gumbel. RIP Greg Gumbel. That was actually in my Dubs and L's, so
My fault.
sorry for that. But I thought What If was canon.
Or is it
What if
canon
not
in
canon?
another universe?
That's not a thing. There are multiple universes within the Marvel canon. So if it happened in Marvel, then if it happened in some other universe, it doesn't make it non-canon. Are you saying canon to the 616 universe? That's not even a thing in the MCU. So let's let that go.
I don't know. Anyway. All right. Tiana Paris has no clue of future plans for Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, she had a quote with who was that? I don't even think it was like a superhero oriented outlet. I think it was like HGTV or some shit like that.
Bravo.
That's who it was. Bravo Network. Yeah. Oh, what's gonna happen with Monica Rambeau? Don't know. Sorry, they don't tell me shit. I'm probably not coming back. Thanks. Have a good night. That's how I imagine that going.
I have no clue. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Can somebody help me out real quick? For all of the, oh my gosh, Black Panther fans are so misogynistic. They don't want Shuri. It's a woman's time. We didn't have all these male superheroes. I seen dudes making them think pieces too. Can somebody point me in the right direction of them so I can round them up and we can go fight for Monica Rambeau? Can somebody point me in the direction of all the folks who had Black female empowerment at the top of their mind when Wakanda Forever was coming out? Can somebody please help me get back in touch with them people? I need them right now because they're doing my girl Monica dirty and y'all don't give a fuck. No one cares. No one gives a shit at all, period. So I'm just trying to figure out where all them folks went. Boyce Watkins. Where's Boyce Watkins? Can somebody reach out to Boyce Watkins and ask them why anything going on with Monica Rambeau? It was funny because he kind of stumbled upon an MCU conversation and just kind of left it at that and wasn't curious at all whether or not there were other characters that were being, treated badly because they were Black women at Marvel. It's kind of left it at Shuri so he could start up some shit. Only like he's tweeting for engagement. Almost like he's tweeting for engagement.
Or what about Homegirl who said, fuck them all to hell?
Yeah, where's Nick Marina? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Help me reach out to Nick. Let's flood her comments. Let's put this quote in front of her face because we need some more skits from Nick Marina. She needs to damn these Marvel executives that ain't doing nothing for Monica Rambeau. Damn them all to hell. We got some more people that she needs to damn to hell, not just recast the T'Challa fans.
Facts.
Like where are y'all at, bro?
Who knows?
This type of shit.
Love Me is an interesting movie that's about to come out.
Oh,
starring Stephen Yeun and Kristen Stewart.
Who's the? You said Kristen Stewart and who else?
Stephen Yeun.
Actually, you know what? The more I think about this role, it's actually a perfect role for Kristen Stewart. It's actually a good role for her.
It really is.
I think it's going to suit her well. So here's the synopsis of the movie, guys. It's a love story with Stephen Yeun and Kristen Stewart. Sounds good, right? They're going to be playing a satellite and a buoy. Comes out January 31st. Go check it out in your local theater.
I think it makes perfect sense for her. When you originally said it, I thought you were talking about Kristen Wiig, the comedian from SNL.
Oh, no. Kristen Stewart.
This makes perfect sense for Kristen Stewart.
Miss I Cannot Emote. She's probably going to be better acting as a buoy. She'll have more life. She'll have more emotion as a buoy than she would as a human actor. But outside of that, this concept is complete dog shit. We are literally running out of creatives. We're running out of creatives in our music. We're running out of creatives in our film. Even the social media that we're consuming now is nowhere near as creative as what it was when Vine was going, when YouTube first came out. Like there are not that many creative people. There are a lot of people copying. There's a lot of parody. But there aren't that many truly creative people anymore. And it's showing in a lot of our media, because what the entire F is this? A satellite and a buoy? Like, don't try to pitch me some long-winded, artsy, oh, it's very deep. Actually, it's meant to represent the distance between men and women in their emotional state. Get that shit out of my face.
What up, Blue?
What up, Blue? I don't want to hear none of that shit. This is dog food. I am so frustrated with Hollywood, man. It's just so crazy. It's like, it's either we're going to drudge up some old concept that you used to like and ruin it so for a cash grab, or somebody takes their best swing at being original, and this is what we get.
You don't think this creative?
Dog, stop it. This movie is coming out a month from now, and we haven't seen not a teaser, not a trailer, heard anything about it. So they have about as much confidence in it as I do.
It won a Sundance Award.
Done. Day one watch. Perp, you watch everything. You don't count. You don't count. You're not a good barometer.
Is that an award? Official selection 2024. It did something at Sundance.
Okay. I could be on the island with this one. Maybe I'm on the island.
I'm not feeling it. I don't know.
I don't think taking two inanimate objects and trying to tell a love story through them is creative. That's on me. Maybe they approve me wrong. I kind of said the same thing about The Life of Pi before I got the whole synopsis of the movie. Now I know a lot more about this movie than I knew about Life of Pi. I'll say that. There were also, better creatives involved with that movie than this one. So there's a leg up there. But hey, y'all go check it out. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if I'm tripping.
One of these days, I'm going to get Marcus to react to an entire Pop the Balloon challenge video.
The balloon pop challenges, I think they're degrading our mental capacity.
Blue says creativity is lost due to having to adhere to PC standards.
That could be part of it. It could be part of it, but I also don't believe that people asking you to be polite stops you from making good content. Right? Some of the earliest content you watch to get into the things that you like now followed stricter rules than ever. Right? Like think about the earliest content that you were ingesting, that you were bringing in, that eventually built your love for MCU or DCU content, or some of the shows you watched as an adult. Those shows didn't need to go out of their way to offend people. They didn't even need to cuss or show explicit content. They just gave you a good story. They gave you a good enough content to keep your attention and keep you watching. That's always going to be more important than having a license to offend. Now, should you have that license? I think so. But I think there are certain people that lean on that a little bit too heavy as a reason to, not be allowed to say certain things about people.
Okay. I didn't see the bookmark in here for it, but you said Netflix is telling screenwriters to have characters announce what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Let's talk how much creativity has been pushed to the forefront. So Netflix,
oh, here it is. I got it.
Instructs their writers to have their characters announce what's going to happen before it actually happens on screen, because Netflix is doing the analytical work of saying, well, most people are half watching these shows anyways. It's just kind of playing in the background. So we're going to start building our content to fit that model. This
stupid.
It's like TV and social media mixed together. I don't think you need to go this far if you have a platform like Netflix to provide content that people want. Like I don't feel like you need to subvert my subconscious to get me to watch something. And if you do, you probably have other ideas in mind. Like you're probably doing that to sell me more products, or you're probably doing that because there's underlying messages that you don't want to put at the forefront. Just come right out and say that you're trying to push. Like, why is it that we are trying to psychoanalyze the customer instead of like serving them you would if they were at a restaurant? You know what I'm saying? You don't give somebody a full psych makeup to make them a meal. Why are we doing that to give them a TV show? You know, co-host. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely. This is your doing. This is your fault. You got me sick.
I don't think I did, bro.
You did,
I
bro.
vividly remember you telling me that your father was sick before y'all went to Vegas. So like,
no, that wasn't
like
before
late
Vegas.
pass it along.
It was right after Vegas.
Okay, sorry,
but it was from you.
I haven't seen your dad in months.
You somehow got me sick without me knowing, and then I passed it to him, and then he passed it back.
But he got sick before you?
It was a little bit of give and go.
Sounds like hogwash.
Anyway.
Sounds like poppycock.
Yikes. Anyway, last story. Andor spent $645 million on 2 seasons. That's a little much. $645 million
on 2 seasons of a show.
That's almost a B.
Not going to continue past the points they are in now. It's never going to evolve. It's never going to lead to other projects because everyone involved on this show is dead. Because they're all dead. They spent $645 million more on the second season than the first season on characters that we watched die in a movie already, in a $1 billion film. So, like, no chance of like, oh man, maybe we wait a long time and we bring them back. Maybe people won't. Nope. Surprisingly, it was one of the more popular Star Wars films that Kathleen Kennedy ever produced. So, like, again, no shot in this story ever getting to present day or doing anything for the greater Lucasfilm because it's a dead end storyline. Josh, they spent $700 million on it. They spent close to $700 million on it.
That's not too much.
Dog, $290 million on the second season of Andor? Just for comparisons purposes, right? So we spent $290 on the second season on second season of Andor. What do you think they spent on an infinitely more popular character to the Star Wars franchise? Somebody like, I don't know, let's say Obi-Wan Kenobi. What do you think they spent on his series?
Judging off the fact that I know who Obi-Wan Kenobi is, I would hope billions.
Well,
comparatively speaking,
they spent $290 for Andor. So what are they spending for Obi-Wan?
Realistically, they probably only spent less than $10 million.
No, I spent 90.
90? Okay.
Spent $90 million. So $200 million less than what they spent on Andor.
But I mean, the character's already established.
They were planning to spin off a new character from that series. They were trying to spin off Reva. You had a series with one of the most popular, probably 2 or 3 behind. Well, no, Anakin and Vader are the same person. So literally top 2 Star Wars character. It's either Anakin or Luke. Vader or Luke. Top 2. And then right on the outside, right there is Obi-Wan Kenobi. So you got a top 3 Star Wars character. You've got a new character that you're trying to introduce to Star Wars. Frey, obviously trying to spin her off, putting her in a position to do so. You spend $90 million on that project, and you spend $290 on the other project that isn't going anywhere.
On one season,
end wherever it is, and when you're done filming the show.
Maybe they just really believed in Andor for some reason.
Oh my God, my head hurts thinking about that shit sometimes. How do they still have jobs? How do you still have a job?
I don't know. I got nothing for you. How y'all feel about Bel-Air being on its last season? Did we not discuss this already? I'm happy.
We talked about it.
I'm
when
glad
it got
that it's
announced.
ending on its own merit. Like they're setting up the last season, so they know going into it that it's the last season, as opposed to ending it, and that wouldn't be good. Like if they would have just ended it last season, not
Would have felt
knowing.
a little rushed. Yeah, I'm glad we know that the last season is coming in advance, so that we can, start looking for plot lines to tie off and look for, closure in a lot of situations that are still open for Bel-Air. So I think that's okay. This is a good point by Perp. Creativity isn't dead. There's plenty of creative people and ideas out there. We're just so hyper focused on the non-creative stuff. It's a good point. And again, we talk about things that we found creative here in 2024 on the channel, purposefully trying to get away from, ragging on DC and Marvel so frequently. I think with these kind of moves, though, when you do see bigger studios, the ones that actually have the budgets and the resources and the wherewithal to find out what people actually want, it becomes very disappointing to get such lackluster effort, or to find out the people who are in charge, who are stewarding these franchises, are so incompetent. That's a very disheartening thing, man. Like, if you feel like the buoy and the satellite thing is a creative take, that's one thing. Maybe I'll set that one to a side. Bringing back Robert Downey Jr. to save your film universe is not creative. There's nothing creative about it. It's actually quite desperate. It's pretty desperate. What DC has going on right now, I wouldn't say that creativity is very high up on what they got going on over there in terms of priorities. So yeah, I mean, talking about the biggest studios in the country, when we talk about the ones that have the most resources, they continue to underwhelm with original content, for me at least. I forgot what they make people watch, but then again, I think it goes back to being PC and what can't go over on audiences. Double-edged sword, because as much as there's stuff that maybe you feel like is being held back that people would want to see, if you give people a license to just show whatever they want, then it goes in a completely other direction. I feel like Disney especially, if you gave them free reins to make whatever it want, like there's no guardrails at all, you would probably venture into some pretty controversial stuff. I guess if I had to choose a way to go, though, I would probably lean in towards the let everybody show what they want. Now, are we living in a society where everybody's going to get to have their say and no one's going to say anything about it or get mad about it? Nope. So if you have a controversial take and you put it out for people to consume, be ready to be met with opposition. Bel-Air, we were talking about the get rid of these reality shows, man. I'll tell you what.
Nah, bro, gotta keep them.
Everything except for my 600-pound life
and Love Is Blind.
Nah, you can get rid of Love Is Blind. Definitely get rid of the reality love shows.
Nah, bro, gotta keep Love Is Blind.
No, you don't.
You do.
Mm-mm.
You're coming to Columbus. I think I already said that.
Oh, well, God bless Columbus. Pray over the city.
Yikes. Did you watch the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer?
I did.
Just
I mean, I got the same reaction I got out of the teaser and then the little snippet that we got from SDCC that got released online.
Yeah, okay.
It didn't do it. It's not going to do anything for me.
Got you. All right. Reality shows keep a lot of them studio lights on. It's a fact, especially Love Is Blind. Just saying.
You think Love Is Blind is keeping the lights on at Netflix?
Not all of them, but some of them for sure.
The exit signs?
Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Now,
Big
Love
cap.
and Hip Hop is definitely keeping Viacom open. No doubt.
Well,
Love
that's
and Hip Hop and Jersey Shore is keeping Viacom alive.
kind of well, Jersey Shore and ridiculousness.
Jersey Shore, well, are they making new episodes of Ridiculousness? I don't think that's
No,
a
but
thing.
the reruns
They're all
are
reruns. I ain't making no damn money.
Jersey Shore, ridiculousness, and Wildin' Out.
Maybe Wildin' Out, but they took Wildin' Out off the air. I don't think they're afraid to lose Wildin' Out. Bro, it's Love and Hip Hop. It's Jersey Shore. It's the
Tyler
stuff
Perry.
that's like in their like 10 to 12 seasons. So when they do the challenge keeps people hooked for some reason.
Tyler Perry with his BET shows.
That ain't making them no damn money. Ain't nobody watching that.
Anyway, W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. It's on you.
No, it's not. No,
It's on
it
you.
is not.
You got 3 weeks straight.
I am No, I didn't. Oh, this is a travesty. This is a travesty. I went first last week.
You did. You got 1 more week to go. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You're going next week. That's all I know.
Of course I am, because it'll be my turn.
Anyway, so I don't know if all of you have seen, there was a community post made to our channel back on Tuesday, I believe.
On a Tuesday.
Yikes. Where basically we asked, what sorts of things would y'all like to see from Back of the Bus going into 2025? RW Chi-Town, 5570, I don't know if he's still in the chat. He was a second ago. Requested positive Drake takes every now and then, which is crazy.
He said, be nice to the boy, please.
So with that in mind, I'm giving Drake a dub. Oh, shit.
Oh, how nice.
Wrong one. I'm giving Drake a dub for doing this thing, which, quiet as kept, realistically, I give him an L for doing. Oh my God.
I want an app.
Skip.
Oh,
there we go.
Dream Vacation.
All right. So he did this where he did a Drizmas giveaway.
All right.
Where he gave, I believe it
Dream
was
Vacation
a dream vacation
for
to somebody.
Ashley Rushnell.
Ashley
Rushnell. Now, mind you, look. This guy just cued the music again. All right, we get it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. He still
Ashley
seems kind of
Rushnell's
fake.
story hits hard for sure.
Wait, so Drake is not that tall. So then Aiden Ross must be a little
that
person.
you guys don't mind me reading your stories as well.
He is a little bit.
I think it's a big part of this. I hope I'm not
Drake
violating anybody's
height.
anybody's
6'1".
whatever
Yeah.
it may
Oh
be.
no,
But if
5'11".
you said to
5'11".
not read it in
Homeboy
the
is
story,
like
we probably won't read it, but
5'2". He's
I have
like
to share the story
shorter than Kevin Hart.
with everybody. So Ashley entered for the
All
dream
right. So,
vacation.
anyways, you get the
Her
gist.
husband.
Basically, he's been giving away gifts to people, which is good. That's great.
I actually seen some of these. I seen him give away a bunch of money to a family, a single mom and a couple of her kids. They got a bunch of money. Was other people in there that was dealing with things that they need money for. He looked out. So
Paid rent for somebody.
Mhm.
There's a whole list of things that he was doing. So I'll give him a dub for that. I mean, it seems pretty PR-ish, considering the situations that he's in. But if it comes out that, obviously the people got the things that they were, wanting the giveaway, then that's fine. Good came out of it.
I would say that the forced Drake positivity is nuts, but then again, he's forcing himself to look charitable in front of a bunch of people by giving out money. So I guess it all fits.
Yes. So
Yeah.
dub to Drake.
Hmm?
I also have to give him an L for trying to squeeze in a fake, or not fake, a fuck Kendrick line in there somewhere. Apparently, one of the stories included fuck Kendrick. He stopped himself right before saying the whole thing, but you read it ahead of time, bro. You knew what you were doing. That's trash. Fuck outta
Yeah, I
here.
didn't hear that, but
That's the main thing people were talking about from this stream is the whole fuck Kendrick thing. He like stopped that fuck Ken and then like cut it off. It's like, bro, you knew what it said. You did that for the headline. I don't know. Kind of bitch made. Kind of shows that he's still on your mind.
It's a lot bitch made. And we know he's still bothered.
Clearly. All right. Let's see if I can pull this up.
In the beautiful land down under. It would be an unforgettable honeymoon filled with laughter, fun, and of course, the Drake charisma. And it's always fuck. Oh, I'm not reading that. Please help. Or
oh, I am not reading that. You read it. You read it ahead of time.
I'm glad I didn't see this cringe. I'm glad I didn't. Get it off the screen. I don't want to see it again. I don't like people's secondhand embarrassment. I don't like when I be feeling embarrassed for people because I be watching them embarrass themselves.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a chill goes down your spine.
All right. I'm giving my next dub to Lil B, the Bass God. Lil B, the Bass God. If you remember back in college, I used to play Lil B from every now and then.
Timothy Chalamet.
It seemed like it pissed you off, every now and then when I would play some Lil B because you guys weren't fucking with it. No, but I kind of fucked with Lil B in general. And I just like the fact that Timothy Chalamet is out here crediting Lil B with his acting success. So not only this, but then, the whole KD curse and all that, it just adds to the lore of Lil B, the Bass God. And I'm still here for that in 2024.
How does this work? How did Lil B start his acting career?
So Timothy, is it really Timothy?
Timothy Chalamet.
He went to a Lil B speech at NYU. And that is where Lil B knighted him and then kissed his hand. And Timothy is crediting that as the reason why he is such a success in acting.
I hate this. I hate all of it.
There's actually video of it too, if I can find that.
Shout out to Timothy. He sounds like he's a big Lil B fan. I'm sure that was a big deal for him.
I'm going to find it just so you can see it.
Knighting him and kissing his hand is insane. Why would you?
Because he's all about positivity, bro. Let it be.
Man, thank God he got rich and became an actor, huh? Because he would have been on here asking for some money years later. Yo,
young Timothy.
Oh, man, please.
And the crowd goes nuts.
Fuck. You know, that's a look to the family. I stay by it, man. That's my brother right there.
That's his brother right there. Yep. Lil B, the Bass God, still blessing careers.
What the fuck did I just watch?
You just watched Timothy getting knighted and then his hand getting kissed by the Bass God.
That's a small world, man. Small world. Jesus.
Oh man, you gotta love that the lore is still going strong. All these years later. So happy about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lil B doesn't know he's talking to. No, wow. All right.
That's Agib.
Is that on my dubs? I think that's all my dubs. Oh no. One last dub. So I was watching a RDC stream recently. Funny how RDC just keeps getting brought up in our live streams, but whatever. And
don't cut off me.
Yikes. They were playing beer pong. And before I get into anything, how do you feel about beer pong? How do you feel about your skills in beer pong?
How do I feel about beer pong? You know who I am.
How do you feel about your skills in beer pong?
You know
now that you're years removed from playing it.
You know who I am.
Okay. Should we just go on and challenge RDC live right now? I want to play
game of beer pong.
Yes.
Niggas not fucking with me.
I want. Look, I know they have their little Dream Con in Houston. I think it is. I want to play them in beer pong and beat them.
We got to go to Houston to play beer pong. You know what?
We'd go for the whole event.
Yeah, sure. I was about to say it sounds like a time.
I think it's in July.
What you got to sign up? You got to qualify. They got qualifying matches.
No, they don't have. No, I'm saying that they have their event. They don't have a beer pong event yet, but I'm saying we are going to challenge them as an event at DreamCon. It's going to be like a Logan Paul, Mike Tyson match of beer pong.
So, like, we just gonna walk up on them and challenge them, or we gonna try to get the word out before? How are we going about this?
Well, I'm officially challenging them right now. The challenge has started now. Now they got to respond. Yes,
the gauntlet has been thrown. Okay,
the winner has to win something. We gotta get a sponsor in on this or something, but we'll figure that out.
Is this not still the quintessential drinking game? What do people do now to get drunk?
Drink.
Just drink. Just sit down and drink. We don't play fun games to get drunk anymore.
Beer pong, flip cup, none of that. That's not a thing. Anyway, they were playing on their stream. They were playing with like Berlizzi and some other people. And I'm like, look, I feel like I can beat all of y'all. So what's up? Challenge has been thrown out.
You know, at Pins, they got the trash can size beer pong, and they got the like the actual balls you can shoot. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty dope.
That is kind of cool. I don't like how they have the. I don't like duck pin bowling. It just feels different.
Sure. No. Yeah. You talking about at Pins, like the lanes of that? Yeah. No, I don't like that. Like real bowling.
I mean, I'm not good at regular bowling either, but I'm also not good at duck pin bowling because it feels even weirder. Anyway, RDC World, wherever you at, challenge has been thrown out. We are going to destroy you at beer pong. And if you want it to be at DreamCon, it can be at DreamCon. Whatever, I don't care. What up?
What these niggas
I just had to make sure. I had to make sure his skills was where they should be for beer pong. That's all. I just want to make sure.
I'm always tight. You ain't got to worry about me.
All right, bet. All right, on to my L's.
I shoot gummy bears in the water bottles and shit.
Yeah, no, we definitely have to get on our I understand it now. Lethal shooter.
Now I understand you.
Yeah. Yep. All right, they play with some funky rules too, from what I've seen. We gotta get the rules down too, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, on to my L's. I am not a huge proponent. Well, first of all, everybody knows I'm a sneakerhead. I think I've said it many times on the podcast before. So I'm not a proponent of fake counterfeit items, right? So like fake sneakers, fake clothes, fake Supreme or fake Gucci or fake whatever. So you can understand my disdain when I found out that Walmart is behind the latest fake item craze. Walmart is out here selling Birkins.
Fake Birkin bags?
Fake Birkin bags for like $78 to $100. It looks like a Birkin. As bad as I want to give them an L for it, hey, fellas, if y'all can get y'all lady a Birkin for $78 to $100 and they don't realize the difference, I advocate for that.
You want to hear a hot take?
Yes.
I think more fashion parity should be a thing. It should be allowed. I don't think that luxury brands should be able to rule over the consuming public the way that they do. I don't think that they should be able to have a product that they make for pennies on the dollar, slap a luxury label on it, and make it worth more than everything else because people are willing to pay for it. I think if there were more Birkin-esque bags in circulation, then having a authentic Birkin would mean something to only people who appreciate the brand of Birkin actually, and not just buying it for social status or what have you. Right? Like brands being able to do that to the consuming public is not necessarily a good thing, turning it into like a social hierarchy that drives people to purchase their brand. More let's fuck you mentally to sell you something instead of just giving you what you want or need anyways. This is kind of my take. I don't think, like, first of all, there's no article of clothing that should cost thousands of dollars, period. But if it does, it should be because it has some sort of intrinsic value. This was threaded with a million strands of boar hair from Africa or some shit like that. Yeah, that shit should be $1,000 shirt. A t-shirt that has Supreme on it, I will wipe my ass with that $1,000 t-shirt.
These are pre-owned Birkin bags on Walmart that are $25,000 to $30,000.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Pre-owned.
Shouldn't be a thing. Again, if something is that expensive, clothing, it should have some extra value to it. It was owned by a famous person. It was at some historical spot. The material that they used is hard to procure. I should not be getting $3 worth of leather, 4 ounces worth of iron for the buckles and shit like that. Some shimmer, a couple different little other design cues, and now it's a $3,000 bag. That's absolutely insane.
Facts.
And it just further drives in.
So yeah, he just kind of cut out there. I don't know what just happened. They're calling the Walmart Birkin a workin'. A workin' is crazy. That is insane. I hate that name. That's a terrible name. This was made using human remains. I don't know. Ain't no way. Stop it. Chill out. But yeah, no, I'm down for it. I'm definitely here for it. If you are going out there and you are buying your girl a bag, get her a working. It's $100. Don't pay tens of thousands of dollars on a actual Birkin bag. That is insane. It's absolutely insane. I want better for y'all. I want y'all to take that money and invest it into a house as opposed to a $30,000 Birkin bag. Who needs that? All right. Whoa, Vicky should get an L for lying, saying she was kidnapped in Nigeria and admitted she did it because she was bored. You basically just gave away my L, MoFly. I shouldn't even read that. My next L, I'm just going to ignore that. Just going to move on and ignore that one, is going to Whoa, Vicky. Whoa, Vicky is in desperate need of attention. That's all this is. For the better part of a day, she was claiming that she was kidnapped. And then, as MoFly aptly put it, fabricated the entire thing because she was bored. Ma'am, I don't know what kind of boredom leads to needing that sort of attention. Especially since I think she asked for $1 million. She said the kidnappers were asking for $1 million ransom. Isn't that fraud? That's illegal. That's illegal. So on top of her just being bored and needing attention, she's out here committing whole ass fraud. I have kidnapped Vicky. She is with me in Nigeria. I am demanding $1 million for her release. That's fraud. That's fraud. Well, Vicky should start beef with Bad Baby again. What is Bad Baby doing? I heard she had a kid. That's all I know. She made $1 million on OnlyFans when she turned 18. Yeah, lock her ass up. How do you get bored and just say, "Oh, $1 million, I've been kidnapped"? What the fuck are you talking about? I've never been that bored ever in my life. Doesn't make sense. Speaking of bored, Marcus just disappeared on stream. He just dipped out. He said, "Fuck y'all." And I'm sick. I'm up here sick as fuck. And he just dipped out on the podcast. Like, fuck it. Maybe a Nigerian person kidnapped him. He's going to start tweeting for $1 million. Apparently the Catch Me Outside girl got cancer. You're lying. You're lying. Maybe she's lying. Bad Baby. Why does she spell her name so fucked up? All right. Cancer. Bad Baby reveals cancer battle. Tell trolls to stop worse narratives around her weight. Bullshit. I'm sorry my cancer medicine made me lose weight. That's fucked up. I don't like that. She's capping. That's what made you lose weight? You had cancer. Nobody knew about this cancer. All of a sudden you have cancer. So people should stop talking about you losing weight. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 second. Anyway, that's Whoa, Vicky. I'm done with it. Okay, my last L. And then after that, we got to find out what happened to Marcus. I'm concerned. Bro just dipped out on us. My last L is going to the honey scam. I don't know if y'all heard about this. So a lot of influencers, like a shit ton of them, like the biggest ones, have been out here promoting a Google Chrome tool that you can use called Honey, which supposedly you use it and it scours the internet to try to find any kind of coupon code in order to basically get you, 10, 20% off. They found that this tool was taking credit for any sort of affiliate links that the creators had. On top of that, it wasn't actually going out here and finding you the best deals. They were also double speaking with the companies and saying, hey, we're telling them that we're going to give them the best deals, but really we're going to give them like 10% off, which isn't the best deal. There'd be like 30% off deals. There'd be like 25% off deals. And then they just be like, yeah, we're going to tell them we can get them the best deals. And they're not doing it, which is insane. So now all these influencers are coming out and they're having to apologize essentially because they've been promoting a scam on behalf of PayPal, which is crazy. Elon's company out here scamming the people. Insanity. In fucking sanity. All right. That was my L's. I had to get through those really quickly. Now let's find out what's going on with Marcus. I'm going to call him real quick because I'm sick. I shouldn't be talking right now. All right.
My internet went out, but I'm coming back on.
You coming on right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I hope you're prepared because you got to go first. Was that a laugh? Was that a sarcastic laugh? You good?
Yeah, no, I apologize. The internet went out.
That's crazy. I thought you got kidnapped by Nigerians.
Why Nigerians?
Inside joke. Inside joke
Nah,
with me in the
crazy.
chat. Inside joke
That's
with me in the
crazy.
chat. We know what happened.
Nah, that's nuts.
But you weren't here for it.
You're anti-black.
No. Anti-woe Vicky.
Anti-woe Vicky. Oh, she got kidnapped by Nigerians?
Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Are we dead ass? Like, is this a real thing?
That's what
Why
she
did
said.
she say Nigerian? How does she know they Nigerian?
She tweeted and put, I have kidnapped Vicky. She is with me in Nigeria. I am demanding $1 million for her release.
Okay.
And then she came out and said she was bored, so she did that.
Cool. All right, y'all ready for the God list?
This is a fact. You definitely disappeared like Drake's braids.
Are you ready for the God list?
The God list? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. What up?
All right. Let's give out a few dubs to start out here. First one is going out to the GOAT, to the greatest of all time. Giving one out to my boy Michael Jeffrey Jordan, opening up his third clinic in Wilmington, North Carolina. This is a clinic that is going to be serving underinsured or uninsured individuals in Wilmington. That is, again, the third such that he has opened up there in Wilmington. This one is due to a $10 million donation that is gave to the Department of Health down there. So not too often
Perfect
that we
timing
get
for
to,
it.
Yeah. I mean, no, absolutely. It's not too often we get to shout stuff out like this about, celebrities. So piggybacking on the Drake stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yep, another positive take. Where we at here? Oh, Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars is getting a dub for me. Bruno Mars was the performing talent at the wedding of Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez. But that is not why he's getting the dub for me. He's getting the dub for me because you would think, maybe take a discount. You do a big celebrity's wedding. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to cash them out. Run it up. It's payola on everybody. I got gambling debts, baby. charged Jennifer and Alex Rodriguez $5 million for that performance. $5 million. Imagine you paid $5 million for Bruno Mars and y'all didn't stay married for 5 years.
No, that's crazy.
Ooh. Ouch. I don't care how much money you got. That hurts. That hurts. But shout out to Bruno Mars for the payola, for running that shit up. Where we at? Oh, R.I.P. Greg Gumbel again. Was his
R.I.P. OG Mako too.
R.I.P. OG Mako. All right. My first L. We got.
I don't know about the Rick Ross album.
We need a new Silk Sonic album on the fly. You're gonna have to bring them niggas out of their drug stupor. And you're gonna have to ask Bruno Mars handlers whether or not he allowed to come out and make an album while he doing his slave wages in Vegas.
I'm sure they'll add that to his
Is Bruno allowed to come out and make music?
Yo.
You know, you got him over there breaking bricks in the casino trying to get off his gambling debts.
Yikes.
All right. L list. First L I got is going out. It's football related. I'm giving the L out to Cam Ward. If you've been watching bowl season this go around this year, it's been a little bit different. I would say there's a lot more star players actually playing in their bowl games. They're in the playoffs and out. But this is also one of the first years that we've had this active of a transfer portal while teams are still actively playing and stuff. So it's been very, very haywire. One of the things that's been coming out of college football here over the last 3, 4, 5 years or so is players sitting out, right? Not playing in their bowl games because they're meaningless games. I'm going to the NFL. Don't want to hurt myself, right? That's the logic. Cam Ward, starting quarterback at the Miami Hurricanes, did something even more egregious, I think, than, just outright not playing and saying that I'm saving myself for the NFL. Cam Ward plays the first half of the game. Now, I don't know if this was the sole reason he played the first half of the game, but it was very well known going into the game that he was throwing for the NCAA touchdown record for 156. He got that record in the first half. And then you got notice in the second half of Miami's game versus Iowa State that Cam Ward would not be playing the entire second half. So this argument of, we understand why he's not playing, he's protecting himself, goes out of the window when you play an entire first half of a football game chasing a record. And then even that isn't as bad if you finish the game and try to win it for your team. But then to sit on the sidelines for the entire second half because now you've accomplished your goals and to watch your team lose. That to me, I know people are that's the culture of no. That is a bad individual decision. That is a show of someone's moral fortitude. That's a test of character. So I know NFL draft's coming up. Cam Ward, top 5 prospect, very highly touted prospect. Very highly touted quarterback. Is going to be successful for somebody. I wouldn't draft that. I would never draft anything close to that. That is big me energy. I don't need that.
What if you're a desperate need for quarterback?
You so say it again?
What if you're at desperate need for quarterback and he's the only one left?
If I'm that desperate, that means that I have a choice of him, Beck, Shador. Like I've got my pick, so I don't need. It doesn't need to be Cam Ward. And if I have that type of questions about his character, which I do, after that performance, I would just move on to the next guy.
Too bad it couldn't be Alex Orji.
Anyways, Tyler Perry, getting my next L. Tyler Perry had a quote this week. He was talking about his son. He's talking about how he only gives him Legos and books as gifts. And says that he wants it to continue that way until his son understands that he works and that his son does not.
How old is his son?
I don't fucking know. At any age, it just sounds off to me. Like, first of all, the audacity be trying to give your son morals. you got all of these morals set for your son. I guess all the other black children around that watch your content, just damn them. To hell with they watch and they consume. It's just the idea that he understands the idea of creating a silo around your kid to protect the things that they take in and things that form their minds, and yet he puts out the content that he does. That was very ironic to me. But then also, I do find it a little like, what's the right word? I guess cringe is part of it. It makes me a little bit weirded out when I see celebrities who don't want to share their wealth with their children. Because see, the excuses that I get for the exorbitantly rich doing anything that they possibly can, damn relationships, sacrifice time with family, even go to the lengths of doing backstabbing things, dishonest things to get where they're at. It's all an idea of you need to make that money to protect your family. Well, if you've already made the money and you have the generational wealth, and there's no possible way, even if you die, that child could go without, what are you teaching them? What are you giving them? Like, they're not going through actual strife. He's getting books instead of video games. That's not exactly living out of your car. You know what I mean? Getting Legos instead of a VR set is not exactly getting it out the mud. You feel me? So this idea that like, oh, I'm making my child earn it because I'm not giving them my money. The way I see it, the only thing you're actually doing in that situation is cutting your child off from the resources you work so hard to get for them. It is one thing if you are a working class parent and you don't want your child getting ideas that you're rich. That I get. I understand. Tyler, you rich. There's no overestimating your amount of wealth for your child. You are beyond his wildest dreams wealthy. The schools he goes to, the cars that he rides in to get to said schools. There's nothing about his life that is without. So this, I'm a make it hard on him just for the sake of making it hard on him. No, you're rich. Live like a rich person. This is what you did all this shit for. Isn't that what dressing up like your grandmother for the last 20 years was for? Now you're going to make your son suffer even more. He's going to suffer enough, fam. He's going to suffer enough.
Well, his son is 10 years old, so he's realistically only got a couple of more years of doing just books and Legos.
What is the point of buying, or what is it going to hurt your 10-year-old son for him to get expensive gifts from his father?
They don't even have to be that expensive.
Don't even got right. I was about to say there's plenty of things in between a Cuban link chain and a Lego set. Like there's a lot of runway there.
A PlayStation, a Nintendo, fucking a gaming console, a gaming PC.
And maybe it's not the fact of how he's parent, because I mean people got the right to do what they want with their kids. I guess maybe it's the virtue signal of why, like, oh, I'm doing this to better him. I don't think that's what that's going to do.
Ultimately, it's just kind of cheap.
Yeah, this feels like. Oh yeah, this is gonna be my favorite one. My favorite one. So you guys know that we embrace debate here. We do not run from criticisms, and we do not stifle people's speech when they have criticisms for the platform ever. For any reason. And racism will probably be the only reason. But outside of that, there is no reason for us to hide people's replies. And that means for the well-meaning people, people who show us love, people who support, and for people who don't have so much love or support to show, maybe just have a criticism to levy. Always
that's all cap, because I do it for Michigan fans too.
No, it's cool. It's dope. I appreciate it. However, one thing that really gets under my skin, being in the position that we are, right? Having this platform, we make takes, they go on wax, they stay. right? I say this today, and no matter what information changes in the next coming weeks, months, years, no matter what I say on it after that point for the next coming months, years, or whatever have you, right? What I say today is on wax, and so I have to deal with it. Whenever somebody wants to bring this back up to show what I said, I'll either have to defend it or I'll have to explain why I said what I said at the time. But my shit is on wax, right? What gets to me is people will sometimes, and it's usually one or two, will hop in your comments and they will levy a criticism. They will say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. They'll say, you need to do more research. They'll say, you missed the context. They'll say, oh, you're wrong. Okay, fine. Cool. Everybody's entitled to that, right? Tell me why I'm wrong. What context did I miss? What information was missing? Last week, we did Dubs and Nails, and our headline story was the Fat Joe situation on the Math Hoffa podcast. Most of the comments seem to go right along with what was asserted in the segment. But there was one individual who needed his opinion heard. Now, doesn't do much to defend this opinion at all. Doesn't really back it up with anything. Actually conducts himself like an adolescent, like a child, most of the way through. But I entertained it for as long as I could. And I wanted to bring it to you all because clearly this was this individual's point in the first place with all of this, was to get this level of attention. So I just wanted to help him, maybe grow his channel, grow his platform, whatever it is he was trying to attempt by engaging in this. I just wanted to help him out. So let's help him out. Let's talk to Mr. Russell Abbott. What you got going on?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm not showing the screen. That's weird that it would
stop doing stuff in the background, bro.
I was trying to bring
it up.
Yeah.
Got it up? Okay, yeah, I appreciate it.
It was an advertisement. I was surprised that you heard that. But anyway.
There we go, Mr. Abbott. This
Shout
was a
DeMarcus
terrible
Vaughn.
take on the Fat Joe topic. Research is not a clip. This was all out of context. Do better, please. Okay, so cool, right? I think he's completely off base. I don't know what research or context he felt like was missing out of the video. I encourage you all to go back and watch it. You let me know if I missed anything. But in any case, I'll engage honestly, at least to start. You see my first reply. Research? Fine, I'll buy it. Please provide the additional context that was missing from this discussion. Okay. Mr. Abbott goes along. Okay, let's start with what are Puerto Ricans? Okay. I don't think that context was missing. Did we not talk about Puerto Ricans in the segment when we were talking about Fat Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Did we not talk about specifically how it wouldn't be appropriate for me to talk about specific strifes or disagreements that happen within the Puerto Rican community because I'm not Puerto Rican? Didn't that come up? Did we not talk about Fat Joe's heritage of him being Puerto Rican, of him being a Caucasian Puerto Rican, and why that doesn't necessarily jive with the whole I'm allowed to say the N-word thing for me? I thought we broke that down pretty well. But let's give him his just due and keep reading. Fat Joe is Puerto Rican. Yes, again, was stated several times in the video. He talked about FBA, not all African Americans. Okay, clearly another misunderstanding from one person's side here. Don't know if you know this, but the designation of FBA or Foundational Black Americans are African Americans. You attempted to set me straight on who he was talking to, not realizing that you are identifying the same group of people. Again, this is somebody who came in the comments loud and strong. This was a terrible take on Fat Joe. Research is not a clip. This is out of context. Do better. And within one sentence, we've gotten already 2 mistakes. Talked extensively about Puerto Ricans. I know Fat Joe's Puerto Rican. It was mentioned in the video. And you don't know that foundational Black Americans are African Americans. Oh, but we're not done. We're not done. Let's keep going. You just need to do more research, because that was it. That was all he had to provide. That was the context. That was it. Puerto Ricans and Fat Joe is Puerto Rican. That was the additional context that was missing that made that happen. Stop being so emotional. A little knowledge for you. If you have a chance to go to any part of Africa in your life, they're going to call you American, not African. Now, if that's the case, Josh, what exactly would be the problem with FBA as a designation? What exactly does that have to do with anything that we're talking about? What does that have to do with Fat Joe and hip hop and him calling us broke niggas? What does Africans calling me an African have to do with anything?
They would call us Americans.
But what does that have to do with anything? Why is he mentioning that? Is this more additional context that I'm missing?
Well, if they would call us Americans, that's the same thing that Black Americans are doing.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Firstly, when I asked you to add additional context, I was expecting you to mention something that wasn't mentioned in the video. So the two major things that you wanted to point out was that Fat Joe was Puerto Rican, and that he talked about FBA and not Black Americans. That's the weird emoji face. Fat Joe being Puerto Rican, which was specifically mentioned in the segment several times, does not disqualify him from being a Caucasian Puerto Rican, as Puerto Rican is not a race. Also, doesn't give him license to speak to Black people the way he does. Now let's talk about FBA. I don't know why you and others have such a hard time dealing with this, but the acronym FBA may be new, but the group of people it is used to describe are not. You can't separate FBA from African Americans because they are two designations for the same group. Yeah. If you're talking about people being toxic online, and that's where I think all of this is stemming from, is a beef with Tariq Nasheed and a lot of his followers, then say that. But to say foundational Black Americans, you are talking about a community of people that were naturalized here. You know, the group of people that you so eloquently excluded from being African. So it's like on one side, it's like, oh, you're not really African. But on another side, let me tell you what designations fit your community. Okay. Fat Joe overstepped. Yeah, where am I at? Fat Joe overstepped and got too comfortable. You don't know the difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. You could have set this one out. It's not going the way you thought. And then we got a great response. Absolutely devastating response. I got completely owned. I'm going to do what you did to the context of the entire interview. Are you ready? If so, if yes, you sure? I'm not reading all of that like you didn't watch the entire interview. Man, I'm so glad that we deal with adults on this channel so often. So glad. We get the occasional 5-year-old, but we mostly deal with adults. We don't have to keep going. If you are going to levy a criticism, if you're going to say something that is going against what it is, the opinions that we have, again, that's all well and good. You have just as much as right to comment as I do to post what I post. To comment a derogatory comment, not wanting to back it up, not really having much to say about it, I don't have the energy for it. So for 2025, I just wanted to set the playing field so everybody understands. If you have a lackluster opinion that's negative, I'm going to call you out about it. I'm just going to. If you're going to be loud and wrong, then let's be loud and wrong on the platform together. Let's get loud. Let me show you how wrong you actually are. You have an opinion, you can have an opinion. If you scroll up, there's another comment about a fella who I was debating about the history of hip hop. It was less about Fat Joe. Back out of this one real fast. What was homeboy's name? Not House Divided. Universe 1413.
What was it?
Universe 1413. It should have been one of the newer ones. Go change it to the newer, whatever, the newest. There you go. There he is. L take. Fat Joe was never co-opted the culture. I disagree. But see, this discourse goes a lot better. He says what he says. I say what I say. There's no name calling. There's no there's no derogatory statements. There's no, oh, you don't do this, you don't know that, you didn't research this. There's a actual thoughtful conversation going on here. Right? And while I don't agree with everything Universe 1413 says, while I feel like I adequately responded, I don't need to belittle you. I don't need to talk down to you. But that other individual over there, Mr. Russell Abbott, yeah, no, he needed to be talked down to.
Why? Because Fat Joe was there during the creation of hip hop?
No, that's what this person was saying. Mr. Russell over there is loud. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then when you attempt to tell him and prove to him that he doesn't know what he's talking about, he acts like a kid. Get out of the comments, fam. No one made you say this bullshit over here. I didn't make you comment this stuff. I didn't make you say this. So now that you're getting read the riot act, how about you just go about your business? If you don't want to go back and forth, why did you post this? Why did you come on somebody else's platform and post this comment if you didn't want to go back and forth? If you didn't want to, quote unquote, debate?
What do you think about Busta Rhymes now, according to DeMarcus Vaughn?
I would put him right about the same place as I put Fat Joe. Well, yeah, shout out to the comment bullies. It's always good to bring you up to the forefront. Alabama is getting an L from me now. Now, in honor of Michigan's head-to-head matchup with Alabama in the ReliaQuest Bowl, I thought I'd bring you guys some news from their glorious state. Do you know what the 13th Amendment is, Josh?
You said the 13th Amendment?
Uh-huh.
It's the amendment that comes after the 12th Amendment.
What does that amendment say? What did it do?
It abolished slavery in the United States.
Abolished slavery. What was the exception to that abolishment?
The exception?
Mm-hmm.
It was the exception.
It's not that hard. Actually, if you stop trying to search for it and just think for a moment, you probably figure it out.
Those who have been duly convicted.
Okay. So yes, prisoners are allowed basically to be used as slaves, indentured servants. They're allowed to be worked for little to no wages, sometimes against their will. This is actually a story that followed Kamala Harris, Vice President Harris, for a little while. If you recall, we were talking about those firefighters, the people who were fighting the forest fires, being inmates, being prisoners out there fighting forest fires, and how some of them died. Well, that was an initiative that started under Kamala Harris while she was AG out there. That was something that she pushed for. But it's also happening in Alabama now. And Alabama is taking it a step further. They say, oh, no, you ain't going to be just fighting natural disasters. No. We have work shortages everywhere. Our fast food places, our cleaning services, bus drivers.
But they're not going to get paid for it.
Oh, they get paid. They get paid. They get paid, I believe it is 60 cents on the dollar. 40% goes to the,
I knew you were going to say
prison or the government. They have to pay a traveling fee, right? Because they get picked up and dropped off to their work details every day. If they're
out of the 60 cents,
out of the 60 cents that they take home, yes, they have to pay a transportation fee and a cleaning fee for their work uniforms.
So they get nothing.
Now, again, I told you all of this mostly is against their will. So if they choose not to do it, they just go to solitary confinement. They, get privileges taken away, things of that nature. Right? So, yeah, real life slaves. Shout out to Alabama. I know that's it's very easy to find yourself just being accepting of that because of the class of people that we're talking about. But I feel like wrong is wrong. I don't feel like breaking the law is a license to turn you into a slave, because we already know who that's gonna affect most. Let's see here.
Maybe, but I'm sick, and I'm gonna use that excuse for that one.
Killer Mike would be so disappointed in you. About what? What'd you do? Oh, not knowing about the indentured servitude thing. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed, but it's okay.
I'm sick. I wasn't thinking straight.
That's not a thing. You're sick in the brain?
No.
Last L I got is going out to Unc Shannon Sharp. So, Ohio State beat an SEC team in the first round of the playoffs last week.
Yeah, they did.
With a lot of discourse going on about the college football playoff on ESPN, on a lot of different networks. It seems that Kirk Herbstreit, one of the color guys for ESPN, former Ohio State quarterback, took exception to some of the talk that was happening on ESPN's First Take with Cam Newton and Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith in the immediate aftermath of the Michigan loss, right? Talking about Ryan Day should be fired, is more than likely going to be fired, yada, yada, yada. So Kirk brings that up at the end of the Tennessee game. And I think some of this is also some of the very blatant SEC bias that happens on that network, kind of rubbing their nose in that. But he says it with his chest. He says, yeah, there were some of our colleagues on First Take that were calling for his job. I wonder what they think now, right? Didn't say anybody, but I think made a very valid point. I don't like Ryan Day, but the man was on the hot seat. They said something about his job prospects. The following week following the next couple of weeks, he comes back, wins a big game. So like you kind of have to eat shit around that. It's just how it is what it is. That's the way it goes. When you make big, broad proclamations on people's platforms, sometimes you get embarrassed. That's how that goes. Stop making broad proclamations that you can't back up on people's platforms.
Especially about the Buckeyes.
Or just about us. But anyways, so yeah, he says that Shannon Sharp gets on First Take Monday morning and has an absolute bitch fit. I mean, a full-blown penny twister. We supposed to be colleague, and if you don't want to be colleague, you don't be speaking about me colleague, because I act up and I say something. What? You're going to act up because he called you out for a take that ended up kind of looking silly a week later? Because you said it, Shannon. You opened them big old country lips of yours, and you said what you said. Now stand by it. Stand by it, dog. I had the same problem with Shannon Sharp last year before the Rose Bowl. Oh, Michigan scared. Michigan scared to play Alabama. Michigan go out there and beat Alabama in overtime. I don't hear shit from Shannon Sharp. I don't hear congratulations, Michigan. I don't hear, oh, I was wrong. I don't hear, oh, Michigan dominated Alabama on both sides of the line of scrimmage, because they did. All of a sudden, all of that, they scared shit went out of the window. It just never heard it again. I detest people who are loud, wrong, and unforgiving. You loud when you don't have to be. You're wrong on the facts. And then when it's time to come due, when it's time to face the fact that you've been wrong, you're running around. You doing all of this puff my chest out shit. Or you're acting like an absolute 5-year-old in the comments of a very popular You would have been better served shutting your mouth and staying in your corner. If you can't deal with loud criticisms, don't make them. If you can't deal with people criticizing you loudly, don't criticize loudly. But yeah, that's my last fatherly adage of the day. That is the completion of the God list. Give us your thoughts in the comment prompt below of your dubs and L's. Tell us what you thought about ours. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back next Sunday for another segment.
I got one more. One that I forgot.
Go ahead.
I wanted to get your thoughts on this because my brother brought this up in a conversation we were having about.
I think it's phenomenal.
About NIL and all this stuff. And apparently, this is the Milwaukee Bucks owner, or former Milwaukee Bucks owner, Mark Lazary, discussing buying college football teams.
Opportunity. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a number of schools selling their teams. And the reason for that,
To whom?
to folks like us, like we're bidding on a couple teams, I can't tell you, but in essence, what we would do is buy 51% of the team. And, I mean, I think if you look at a bunch of these programs, they're making 50, 100 million off of their football program, off of their basketball program. So it's a way for universities, by the way, because under federal law, they've got to offer scholarships in all these different sports. So they've got to update their facilities. So one of the things they want to do is sort of say, okay, great. My football program makes 100 million. We'll sell 50%. That's 50 million. Do a 10 multiple on that, 15 multiple. That's 500, 750 million. That'll come.
Okay, it kind of cuts off there. I don't know why.
I get what he's saying. I feel like that only works for private institutions, though. You can't sell a public institution.
That's what I was thinking.
You can't sell a state university.
You literally can't sell a team.
So like
or an athletic department.
You can sell a team technically, right? They can sell their naming rights. They can sell their merchandising rights. They can. So in other words, let's say Ohio State was down, and I'm only using this because of proximity, so we can do this quickly. Let's say Ohio State they're insolvent. They don't have money to keep the football program running. They can go to Les Wexner and Limited Brand and be like, we'll sell you half the program if you will get us back to better facilities, get us better uniforms, this, that, and third, just reinvigorate the program. And then all of a sudden, instead of the Ohio State Buckeyes, they're the Limited Brand Ohio State Buckeyes. And that name adjustment alone is enough to make Limited millions, billions probably over a period of time.
So it's just naming rights and merch rights and things like that.
Right. Like, do I think that they'll be making personnel decisions or things like that? Well, number one, that depends on whether or not they sell them 51% or they stay the majority owner.
Then they'd be a majority owner, yeah.
But I don't see why they would want that type of control, because you could tank the investment as fast as you bought it by making decisions you're not qualified to make. I don't know what that looks like, but I definitely see it being a thing with smaller programs, maybe MAC schools, Mountain West. Before you start talking about Big Ten and SEC,
somebody mentioned Cal, like California.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Cal. I don't see anything out of the Big Ten or SEC doing this right away. And the reason is that some of these Big Ten schools are the biggest businesses in their respective area. So who's going to buy them?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're in Ames, Iowa, or Des Moines, Iowa, who the hell's buying the Hawkeye football program? The hospital? The hospital? Like, who has enough cachet and liquid funds to buy the biggest cash cow in the state, which is the Hawkeyes football? But then what is their benefit in doing that? What's the advantage to them buying a college football team? I guess I understand if you are a locally stationed, a domestic company in that area that can have an intrinsic value to being connected towards the football team. But if you're like a national brand, what is JP Morgan doing buying football teams? What are they going to do with that? You know, what is Google going to do buying parts of USC?
Yeah, that'd be a little insane. But then, even all the same, it's still going to make this whole thing even crazier, unnecessarily so.
Yeah, no. It's until they unionize and we get some sort of framework that everybody has to work under in terms of the roster building, in terms of payments, in terms of, you know, executing and absolving contracts, right? Nobody is sticking to the terms that they're promising each other on both sides, players and coaches. So it's the wild, wild west. It is a proverbial crapshoot.
Gotcha. Yep. No, that's all I had. Other than Woe Vicky, if you want to talk about Woe Vicky some more.
No, I don't want to talk about Woe Vicky.
You sure?
No.
Because before the show, you kind of seemed like you wanted to talk about Woe Vicky. So now
I did not.
Anyway, on that note, make sure y'all check out the playlist full of W's and L's from previous weeks, obviously. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We do this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock.
Peace.
Peace. All right, chat.
No, he's not. Dog, y'all have to stop with this. MoFly, I encourage you to go look up a picture of Fat Joe's parents and tell me which one of them is African. Tell me next week. Okay? Go get a picture of Fat Joe's parents and you tell me which one of them is African.
Fat Joe parents. Oh, yikes.
Either one of them look African to you?
I'll put it up on screen here.
We got to cut this shit out, man. It's okay that he's Puerto Rican, just like it's okay that Puerto Rican. Woo!
Oh, damn it.
Like, which one is African? I'm sorry. What is he? South African?
I got nothing.
Y'all have a good weekend, or have a good week. Have a good week at work, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.